Wow, what a shit show at Xbox. Holy crow. These corporate suits have horribly mismanaged their portfolio, resulting in this painful reset involving thousands of layoffs, project cancellations, and strategic whiplash. Years of over-expansion, misjudged bets, and reactive decision-making have resulted in this sad state. This happens in the corporate world all the time. Everything in the name of corporate reorganization. It is the same tired ritual. New organization charts, empty buzzwords about synergies and agility, a few loyal yes men promoted, and fresh rounds of layoffs disguised as efficiency gains. Executives pat themselves on the back and collect their bonuses while everyone else suffers. Productivity rarely improves, but the C-suite's narrative always does. It's a brilliant strategy until the next round of musical chairs begins. Companies such as Xbox exemplify this form of corporate indifference towards people. In my former career, I have seen how corporations buy up competitors only to execute thousands of layoffs. They routinely kill off promising products and leave their customers completely hanging. I myself quit the corporate world 12 years ago and vowed to never go back. But not everybody is as lucky, and many skilled developers are hurting now. I hope they can all get back into the games industry soon and make wise decisions. Now, in my opinion, Bethesda should have severed ties with ZeniMax the instant they pushed for a multiplayer Fallout. Todd Howard needed to stand firm and defend the studio's single-player RPG legacy instead of caving. All of Bethesda's woes trace back to that fateful decision, shelving the Elder Scrolls to chase a multiplayer Fallout, prioritizing flashy MMOs over a deep traditional RPGs that built their empire. The result? A reputation that has tanked, relentless backlash across YouTube, Reddit, and forums, and the exodus of vital talent, including Skyrim lead designers Kurt Kuhlman, Bruce Nesmith, plus Will Shen, the brilliant mind behind Far Harbor and key Starfield quests. Ultimately, it was the lure of an Xbox buyout and generational wealth which proved irresistible for senior management, a short-sighted betrayal of everything that made Bethesda legendary. What a profound disappointment. Todd and the management richly deserve the scorching criticism they're receiving for systematically mismanaging and diluting two of gaming's most iconic franchises. Talking about Fallout, apparently Xbox is pivoting resources to a new untitled entry in the Fallout franchise led by Josh Sawyer, the director of Fallout New Vegas. A tweet from Obsidian writer Chris Avellone, who seems to have the inside track on the situation, sheds light on what went down. Apparently, Obsidian originally pitched an Xbox Fallout game spearheaded by Josh Sawyer, but Bethesda stepped in and axed it. Or put the kibosh on that, as Chris says. If Avallone's sources are correct, Sawyer's next project was similar to Fallout, without actually being part of the franchise. Yet now, Xbox CEO Asha Sharma has reportedly made them switch the project right back to Fallout. This new Fallout game feels like a mandate from the suits at Xbox rather than something that has arisen out of organic planning. That is the big problem here. How will Josh Sawyer feel about this? Will the legendary Tim Kaine even want to be part of this project? What about Fallout New Vegas writer John Gonzalez? It remains to be seen if these talented and experienced developers will work under a mandate. And I can't help but wonder what Todd thinks of all of this. I assume he did not want Obsidian to do a spin-off before Fallout 5 came out. But his opinion does not matter anymore. Since Bethesda no longer controls the Fallout IP, Xbox has total freedom to do as they please. Despite all the questions and negativity, if a genius like Josh Sawyer is leading the project, then my interest is piqued. Josh was the guy behind all the amazing mechanics of New Vegas and Pillars of Eternity, which is one of the few CRPGs I enjoy. Amazingly, Obsidian did not involve Josh Sawyer during the development of Avowed and the Outer Worlds, as he wanted a creative break. And it showed. Without his talents, the Outer Worlds was a disappointment, and Avowed felt like a complete letdown because the players are forced into a preset godlike character blessed by a deity with no choice of race. It stripped away the option to play as a shape-shifting droid, a paladin, a cleric, a cipher, or a chanter, all classes that added so much depth to the Pillars of Eternity games. So yes, Josh Sawyer is the real deal, and I'm super happy to see him leading the development of another Fallout game. Now here are the 3 design guidelines I would like to see with Obsidian's Fallout RPG. Number 1, Obsidian's Fallout must use Bethesda's creation engine and not Unreal Engine 5. I understand Obsidian is well versed with the Unreal Engine 5, but the game must be developed using Creation Engine 2, the version used by Starfield. The main reason is preserving the modding ecosystem that defines modern Fallout. Bethesda games thrive on player-created content. Thousands of mod extends playtime for years. Creation Engine's tools, papyrus scripting, and asset integration make modding relatively accessible compared to more locked-down engines like the Unreal Engine 5. Bethesda's engine ensures seamless integration with the broader Fallout universe with shared assets, lore tools, etc. In my opinion, modding has kept New Vegas and Fallout 4 alive even after all of these years, while Obsidian's Unreal Engine 5 based games like Avowed and the Outer Worlds are already forgotten. So mandating the use of the Creation Engine prioritizes longevity over technical modernity. Also, the Creation Engine is what makes Bethesda games feel so different and why I love them. Yes, they can be quirky, but the worlds built on this engine have a level of interactivity that no other open world games do. The fact that nearly every object can be interacted with, picked up, put in inventory, moved about, or dropped anywhere is incredible. The Bloomberg article says that this new Fallout game is being developed in coordination with Bethesda, so that gives me hope that the Creation Engine will be involved, but time will tell. Let me know what you guys think. Would you prefer the game to be in Creation Engine 2.0 or Unreal Engine 5? And please share your reasons. I would love to read up on your thoughts. Now the second design guideline. Obsidian's Fallout should opt for an open world structure like classic Bethesda games. We know that Obsidian excels at dense story-rich open zones as seen in games like the Outer Worlds, with handcrafted areas and strong narratives. Bethesda RPGs offer seamless open worlds filled with emergent gameplay, random encounters, and exploration freedom. A true Bethesda-style map would let Obsidian deliver New Vegas-level reactivity on a larger scale. It would leverage Creation Engine's strength in persistent worlds and AI systems and avoid Obsidian's more contained style. This will ensure the new Fallout game feels like a mainline Fallout entry. And to be honest with you guys, I have not enjoyed Obsidian's new games like Avowed and the Outer Worlds. After a great start, their games always fall apart. I tried the Outer Worlds and just gave up midway. The exploration is virtually non-existent, the quest quality gets average after a while, and the enemies are bland. Without the incredible exploration, creature design, and the interactivity of Bethesda worlds, Obsidian games don't have the same longevity. Fallout New Vegas was different because of Bethesda's incredible engine and world work. Avowed and the Outer Worlds just could not match what New Vegas offered. Now I know, I'm a biased lover of Bethesda sandbox RPGs, but the data is clearly available. Take a look at the player counts, community passion, sales, hype, and expectations. Bethesda RPGs absolutely blow Obsidian games out of the water when it comes to these metrics. So it is imperative that the team opts for an open world design. My final design consideration is this. Obsidian's Fallout should feature a sandbox design like Fallout New Vegas, where you have freedom over linearity. Fallout New Vegas is celebrated for player agency, multiple quest solutions, faction intrigue, free exploration, and consequences that ripple across the map. In contrast, the Outer Worlds was more linear with hub-based zones. Obsidian has to go back to its New Vegas roots, building on that game's strengths while avoiding shortcomings of their recent titles. A sandbox encourages replayability, role-playing depth, and the go-anywhere, do-anything philosophy that is central to Fallout's appeal. There you have it, guys. These are my design considerations for Obsidian's new Fallout. I am so excited to see Josh Sawyer lead a new Fallout game. That guy is a true genius of the games industry, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. Do share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I shall see you soon with another episode of Sunday Musings.